pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you're recording?
Yep.
Okay. We're recording, anybody else recording?
I am.
All right. I'll make a motion to follow meeting agenda.
I'll second it.
In favor?
Aye.
Public participation. Acceptance of the meeting minutes from the February meeting. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the February meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Financial reports. Treasurer's report. Okay.
$200 still has to do the bridge, right?
He's been paid for the other two.
The other two, I see.
Good. All right, I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Second.
Okay. Aye. Monthly expenses. Okay, Moore's Automotive, $20. Brake hose fittings. Moore's Automotive again, hydraulic oil filter, $71. Backhoe, Moore's Automotive for $145. Looks like metric fittings, GEF fluid, filters, oil filter.
Yes, sir.
Tractor supply. Coupler jaw, 4-jaw coupler. 5-gallon tractor fluid, 5-gallon tractor fluid, $127.47. Oil. Lowe's, $8.73 for nozzles, gorilla glue, stuff like that. Beam Mac, $135, thermostat, and a roller. Yeah, that's been pretty nice. Beam Mac again, $135.30. Same thing, thermostat, same boat. Still the same boat. We got through the same boat.
Why did they return something?
Pumpkin Mac, Granite Mac.
That's two different Macs.
Right, one got a roller, one got thermostat. United Fire Equipment,
Fire extinguishers.
$90.
It's a check. They come
Just
check
a
it
check.
out here.
What do we have? One, two,
Well, we've got 3 in here, and then they have a bunch of them over in the garage.
How much are you charging for that?
$90, and they do all the trucks too, 'cause all the
$90.
trucks have them.
Okay, 1-ton Ram for Morris. We got. I'm not even sure what it is, a lot of numbers.
Probably those hydraulic lines.
Yeah, one's for $15, one's for 34. I'll tell you what it is, they just give you
A bunch of numbers
a bunch
and
of numbers.
letters. That's usually fittings and for hoses.
Cook Brothers, $30. For a valve, brass bushings. And Moore's Automotive. We got a bulk reel, another reel.
That's nice.
$289. And then got some more stuff here at the bottom for $120.64. A lot of numbers, but
Those hydraulic lines and fittings for the Ram. 55.
okay, so
There's a Mac.
The little Mac,
The
sorry.
little Mac.
Sorry.
and
Both
I'll
those
make
trucks
it,
went down the same day.
make a motion to pay for the monthly expenses. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, account transfers. So liquid fuels, we're gonna transfer all the $10,000 to state fund savings out of the liquid fuels. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Township reports and updates, ordinance enforcement. Nope, not here. Road crew summary.
Well, anybody here wanna talk about the roads? Okay, good.
And,
Whew, our roads are awful.
They're not icy.
No,
no,
far from that.
No, they're just muddy.
now we can slide around in the mud for a while.
As soon as we can, we're gonna get at them. Well, got another snowstorm at the end of this week supposedly.
Alrighty, fire department report. No, they're not here. Correspondence and communication, Bradford County Conservation District, a memorandum of understanding.
That's just for the dirt and gravel road program. They just need that signed, basically. It just states the purpose and everybody's responsibilities for the dirt and gravel road project. Dirt and gravel road project, O'Leary, the other end.
It's free money.
Wow, right? We might actually be able to do 2 this year, depending
We
on
have to motion on this, right?
how, No, you just need to review it, and it requires signatures. It isn't anything different, it's just basically they just want everybody aware of what their responsibilities are and what the conservation district's responses are. If you could motion, I guess, to accept it.
I won't let her put arrows on it for a second. Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the Bradford County Conservation District rules and regulations. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Motion. Okay, old business, tractor bids. Okay, I went and looked at some tractors, Ray went and looked at some tractors, Scott's not here tonight, so we haven't had the chance to really talk it over with him, so we're probably not gonna decide on a tractor tonight, so we can get a chance to talk with Scott, and I think Ray wanted to do a little more digging too. That one that I looked at today, what was that called again? The model number of it?
The Farmall, it was a 120C you looked at. We priced you a 100C though. Same thing, just more horsepower.
And we also priced it the 105.
Yeah, 105.
105.
But you looked at a 115, that was the ROPS one. that
Right.
We took a look at. Yeah.
But the one with the cab on and stuff actually.
Yep, that was
a little better.
yeah, it was, they're nicer.
Yeah,
They are,
right,
for sure.
definitely.
Like anything else, we would recommend, you know, like the snow plow and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There are differences because most attachments are built for a specific horsepower range.
Mhm.
And as well as, you know, you can see the difference in heft and steel
Right.
and stuff like that. So the more information you have, the easier it is to make a decision. But,
Right, sure. Yeah, that is for sure.
out of the different bidders that are there, that are competitive to what we're doing,
Mhm.
we do have the price book from the manufacturer. The type of mower that you have
Mhm.
hangs off to the side quite a little bit, so you need mass and you need heft.
Right.
It turns out that the manufacturer of that mower, we are an Alamo dealer,
Mhm.
Meccano dealer, so we sell those mowers.
Right.
That is the earlier version of the PA 48M, and just for information purposes, I don't know why they put it in there, but I assume that they had serious type problems with it. But if I can approach, I'll show you.
With mowing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a couple issues with it.
Well, this is the Alamo dealer price book, which
Hmm.
normally you wouldn't see, but they specifically state,
Oh, yeah. This product line is not recommended for Kubota tractors. That's what's said right on it. You guys said that you
We
had
tried
another
this.
township that had one and had issues?
they already had a Kubota tractor, and
Right.
we asked them for permission to sell it.
Hmm.
And they said, no way, no how, and if we were to sell it, then we'd be on the front line should there ever be an issue, and not, you know, in terms of failure or whatever, or a catastrophic failure where somebody was hurt. So basically, you're putting the whole dealership on the line.
Right.
Because they're saying, you know, I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm guessing that that's the kind of problem that they had in the past, that they had a catastrophic failure. And all these tractor manufacturers anymore, they have been taking more and more cost out of the tractor, and part of that means mass. You know, what they have for axles and axle housings, you know, they're all taking costs out. 99% of the time, they get away with it, but if you have something where you have a lot of stress that's not normal for a tractor, that really puts that axle housing and things like that to the test. So it's just, I'm just doing that, common sense wise, I don't know that was it, but it was kind of, when I talked to them, that's kind of what I was left with the impression.
Gotcha.
Those mowers, do you fix them? The ones we
I-
got? If we had
absolutely.
something go wrong with ours,
Absolutely,
something wrong with the head,
absolutely,
you fix our mower.
absolutely. Heck, yeah.
Not him personally. Or
Well, yeah.
You don't want that.
You don't
right?
want me.
You don't want that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
We've sold a lot of that particular version of the mower.
Yeah, Smithfield's got one, East Smithfield.
Mm-hmm.
We had ours go bad, our head went bad, and we had to send it to England to get it fixed.
In a lot of cases, it might be cheaper just to buy a new head. Because if there's that much of wear or whatever, yeah, see, the McConnell is made in England.
Right.
They import that and bring it into Seguin, Texas, which is where Alamo, the main factory is. Right now, they have to buy a whole container load of those things to get them. They can't just, they're not just shipping one piece back and forth and that kind of thing.
You're gonna wait.
So that takes an inordinate amount of time, and even for us to buy them, if they're out, it's months for us to get another one.
Okay,
So what happens is, because they wait until they have a whole container full.
I got it.
And so what happens is that they've now come out with a line that they're going to actually manufacture in Seguin, Texas. In fact, we just got one in today, but it's a lot more mower than what that is. I mean, the mower was what, 40, 50,000 for the mower. But the mower not only comes out, but it comes right up over the tire and forward.
Yeah.
So that yours has an offset to it.
Right.
That same mower is made with a straight boom. Then they have the M version, which is the offset. And anybody who's run one of those for very long, I can't do it because, my head and stiff neck, and so because of that, most of the people are taking a look at what can they do to bring it up farther forward. So this particular mower that we have down there, in fact, if you get another chance to stop over again, take a look at it. The tractor we have on order, that might not be here for another 2 months. But it takes a pretty meaty tractor, and if you're taking a look at a tractor, you might want to try maybe even a different size. Understand that all of our tractors are on Sourcewell, which is a multi-state version of CoStarz. You don't have to bid it. You just go in. It's already been bid, multi-states. Pennsylvania being one, And so you can just go in, shop what you want, and buy the tractor just like you can buy anything off CoStarz.
How much more is that tractor, the one you're talking? What is it, next size bigger?
How much was that tractor? I don't know. I didn't sell that.
Was that the one that for that more?
That was the one that we just got the notice on again today.
Yeah, so it was similar to like what we were in today. Physical body size was the same, more horsepower. It was a 120C, like I said, very similar to what we were in. There was a difference in it though. I don't think there's a loader on it.
But you're saying it's the frame size is the same?
Frame size is the same.
I thought you said that you needed a heavier tractor to run the new mower.
You could, well, for your guys, you could have a lighter tractor for what we're pricing it.
Right.
Because it doesn't require.
If we were to upgrade our mower though, we would need.
You would need like that size that you're looking at.
That's what I'm talking.
You have to get that kind of weight because by the time all of our ballast and stuff that's in there, you're gonna be flirting with like 11,000 pounds, and that'll handle almost anything on the road, I think.
Oh, okay.
It'll take quite a bit.
I thought you were saying the one we were looking at wasn't heavy enough for the new mower.
There are some bigger versions that you'd have to go up into like our maximum size, which would be price-wise like double. But their biggest one, which stretches out, 20-some feet, I think. Yeah, you got to have that bigger one, and that's walking up quite a bit price-wise too. But yeah, you guys would be fine, I think, with what you'd be pricing on that weight-wise.
To put the new mower on that?
Yeah, because it's only one.
Well, because it's the same, basically the main
same
tractor.
Yeah, just juiced up engine.
Donnie is a little more up on that stuff than I am. I pretty much check the math.
Yeah, they turn the engines up on them. That's the only difference. It's all the same, pretty much.
We can show you physically what the difference is if you stop or take a look. But again, just remember, You don't have to bid that. You just go buy what you want. It's just like you can anything else on CoStar.
So we've also found out that you can do better by having bids in CoStar. I mean, we've done this.
Sometimes that's true. What we did in order to.
With you and Garrison and Kubota and John Deere, and get the bidding against each other, sometimes you
Get a better price.
get a better price.
But our discounts and stuff are controlled by like what we bid in order to get the price down to where we were. And that particular tractor we bid, there's one available at that price. Then we have to go to the new version, which is basically the same tractor, isn't it?
Yeah, same tractor.
Just
Same
different,
build.
just built a few months later.
Mhm.
But we used the Sourcewell bid discount in order to get that down to that price, in order to get that low. So, and I think that if you're not mistaken, if you go from 100 to 120, the tractor and everything, isn't everything the same other than the engine horsepower?
Yeah, it's just juiced up. Like we talked about earlier, maybe like $6,000. That's a ballpark, but
Right.
it's pretty close to that.
And you can't turn those up. People say, well, all right, I'm gonna buy it, and once the warranty's out or whatever, I'm gonna reprogram it, because it's basically nothing more than a computer program, okay? If we come out to work on something, we just got a thing from the Dealer Association, the EPA has, and they're starting to enforce. If we come out and work on your tractor and it's not to original spec, it's been turned up, we cannot work on it until we bring it back into original spec. If somebody if we do work on that, our fine is like $40-some thousand, first thing, no questions asked. If somebody turns it up, their fine is $4,300-some per day per unit. So basically, it bankrupts anybody. It wouldn't matter who it is. And so they are now putting out brochures showing you that's what the fine is, and they're saying, don't mess with it.
Right.
But at any rate, this is a lot of money. You might want to buy, even if you're going to use your current mower, one that matches the new style mower. And once we get that
That's what we were
on,
thinking.
we can show you that mower. But the mower is physically there. I've got brochures on.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I know you were saying you're thinking more horsepower in general.
That's all it needs is more horsepower. The heft is fine.
Yeah, the heft is fine. Yeah, the weight, like I said, you're pushing like 11,000 pounds by the time everything's added up. Because the tractor itself is like 8,000, loaded tires, 1,000 a side, so there's 10. And the loader itself is going to be flirting with 1,000 with the bucket. And I was wrong earlier when I told you about the bucket. You asked if it was like 2.5 cubic yard. It's like 0.94 cubic yard.
Now, did they mention?
Yeah, the bucket on there. I just wanted to tell you, I thought of that way over.
So it's almost a 3-yard though.
It's, yeah.
Gotcha.
Are they using skid steer coupler or
Skid
Euro?
steer.
Skid steer.
Okay, we would recommend maybe go with Euro. Euro is a much heavier
It looked
coupler.
the same, it just went sideways instead of up and down.
Well, it has two big heavy hooks that come up over. I mean, they're big enough to, like a backhoe bucket type of design.
Right.
So,
It's still a quick disconnect though.
oh yeah,
Less likely
yeah.
to have that slippage.
It
It's
just-
like the one I showed you today. That we
Right,
had.
yeah.
Yep.
But if you look at the hooks, the skid steer style coupler was originally designed for a skid steer.
Right.
And it has a flat bar across the top, and it only has probably an inch or an inch and a half lip on it that the things hook into. And if there's any play on that, if that gets stretched at all, the bucket gets sloppy. There's just not, the hooks that are on the Euro style is, I mean, there's just no way that bucket's coming off. And if we go up to the bigger tractors, we can't put a skid steer, can we, on a big ones? Real big ones like a Maxim?
I'm not sure. I never priced one for that. But we usually do anything
Yeah.
usually over 100 we go with Euro. But I mean it's prerogative too. Because some people have skid steers and they're switching back and forth. So
Which we don't have.
yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, like I said, we're gonna wait until we get our other supervisor here and discuss it with him.
I'm gonna come down and talk to you.
Well, that's the thing that we wanted to come tonight, to make sure that we were just encouraging you to get all the information. Because once you have all the information, then decisions are easy.
Right.
It's knowing for sure what you're getting And if you get to take a look at that new mower, I just came in 2 days ago or yesterday.
Yeah, it was just
And so that's the first we've seen it, because this is new. It's pretty impressive by what the literature looks like. So,
Alrighty, thanks very much for all the input.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Alright, aggregate truck. Oh,
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming. Okay, we'd like to make a motion to advertise for aggregate for the road, right?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we're also gonna advertise for how much, well, we're not gonna do a wait tonight, right?
And I gotta look at last year's ones.
Right,
I think they're probably gonna go through everything that's out there,
right.
so I don't know if you wanna go with the same as last year, if you wanna go with more, or what your thoughts are
As
there.
far as saying,
Yeah, Cinders and Annex, yeah.
right.
There was a reason for colleges. Wasn't just
Right.
did you know that?
Yeah, kind of.
He won by laws. Yeah, he was just, he was throwing it. And that's not.
Either way, I mean, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
put a bid out, see how much we get.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So you just need to make a motion to advertise for bid, and then you can figure out the amounts.
I'll make a motion to advertise for road aggregate and cinders and anti. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Spring cleanup.
Okay, so here's the deal. The earliest date possible is the first Saturday of June, which is recycle, and we tried that once and it was a nightmare. So the next available date is the 13th of June, which is quite a bit later than what we normally have it. But that's what they have available.
So they got available.
That's good.
Alright.
The first week?
It's June 13th.
June.
That's also Park Day, remember?
I know. Yeah, which also means that,
The park day is not until the,
no, it's in the middle of the day this year, so I won't be
right,
able
but
to
we're
be
done
here.
by 11.
Yeah, but what time do we usually set up?
A couple hours before noon, sometime.
I mean, we could be down here,
Can we
we,
do it the 20? Can we do it the 20?
if they have the date available.
That's the day that,
I
that's,
don't-
No, I was afraid to go that late, cause it's so late.
that's basically when the dump is done, us they can do it.
You want me to call and see if they can do the 20th? I mean, I can call and see
It
if
would
that
be
date's
easier on
available.
everybody, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well, I mean, we're in the concession stand for a day, so we're kind of,
If we can do it the 20th, we'll do it the 20th. If
if
not,
not
we'll
the
do it
13th, okay.
Does that eliminate the following two? You're awfully close to doing it
That's,
again.
I was thinking that,
It
I was
won't.
gonna mention that.
Well, we'll worry
We
about
talked
that in the
about
fall.
that, because the fall cleanup was
December,
really
don't do
slow
it in December.
last year, and I don't know if maybe you wanna try it as an experiment this year,
No,
just
let's
doing one, or.
See what the turnout is in the spring.
Yeah. We'll make a decision after we
Get past one first.
Okay.
I mean, if we have a big turnout, maybe we'll have to do a second, but if not, maybe we won't. Alrighty, so,
Any questions?
any questions? Comments, concerns? Okay, meeting's adjourned.
I got some new business then. That's what,
Well,
I would like to address the concern, of the junkyard that's on Centerville Road, the growing junkyard that's on Centerville Road. Is he permitted for that?
where are you talking?
Deanie Leonard.
I don't know where that
Where-
is. I don't.
Whereabouts?
You know where the Sportsman's Club is? You know where AC Lewis used to live?
I know where the sportsman is.
So you're going back with.
I am.
Yeah, not-
And I'm gonna go back a little bit farther yet, Terry.
Well, hold on.
Above the sportsman's club?
If you're going east, it's east of the Sportsman's Club, all right, up Centerville Road.
Right.
He must have 15, 16, I don't know, I've never counted up. I'd like to know, is he draining the fluids out of this? Is he permitted for this?
Is it up past the Sportsman's Club?
Yeah, the next place past Sportsman's Club on
Same side.
the same side,
On the left.
On the
Yes.
same size?
as you're going up. He's got a bunch of stuff up there now, and if I was Merle, Yale, I'd kind of be worried about my groundwater. You know, I don't know what's leaking out of all these vehicles, but I would be concerned.
But they're just vehicles parked, just cars, trucks?
Oh, just a bunch of them, yeah.
Are any of them on the road?
No, and that's my complaint, because when I was just a boy, somebody from the township come up and told my dad he had to move two of his cars because they were not within the town ordinance of one registered vehicle,
One unregistered.
or one unregistered, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That is a violation.
Yes. And so I was just wondering if we're gonna do anything about it. It's been there for quite a while now, and I just,
Yeah,
It's
we'll
the
check
first
into it.
I'm hearing about
Yeah.
it.
We'll look-
Really?
look-
Look at it.
It's the Dan Leonard is the name?
Danny Leonard,
Do you know if he owns the house?
yeah, he does.
I remember there was a house on Centerville Road where they had a problem. This is going back probably 4 or 5 years, and somebody went and told them, I think Mike went and told them that they had to clean it up. And I think it was cleaned up,
I haven't seen it cleaned up yet.
but,
I've
well,
lived
I don't
in
know
this-
if it was the same place. That's the only place I know of
It's
on
not
Centerville.
the guy with the school buses.
It is the guy with
It
the school
is the guy
buses.
with the, oh,
Yeah.
okay, now I know where it is.
Yeah, and I got another little concern. As you travel on up that road, there's a couple of houses that have nothing but garbage all out on the outside of their houses. And I just wondered if that's a code violation. I mean, maybe a fire hazard, a health hazard, I don't know what, but.
Like, what kind of garbage? Like household garbage, or?
Well,
you
not
just
bagged
like
up.
Dump everything in the
Just
garbage?
everything. You just have to take a drive up over Centerville Road.
How about the guy that lives right up on top? all the way
He tries to keep his place pretty clean, let me tell you.
Pushes it down that hill.
Yeah,
Over the
yeah,
back.
yeah. But I don't know, I think that with all of the cars that sit there, I'm sure some of it's leaking into the ground, you know, antifreeze, oils, gasolines, and it's been there for a few years now. So, and I just keep seeing it growing and growing and growing. And I know we got a code enforcement officer, but I don't ever see him doing anything. Now, and that's another question that brings me to is that a paid position?
No, it is
It's
not.
just appointed.
It's a voluntary position, and if you come here in the first of the year and.
Want to
wanna
volunteer
be
for
in,
it? You guys may not like me.
We may like you.
I just thought I'd ask.
And I think that comes up every year, and every year we're like,
Nobody seems to want that
nobody seems to want
position.
that job.
Good point. Well, and you know, I can understand you live in the same community, you really don't want to, but, I mean, I would like to, I go up and down my road all the time picking up garbage. I get so tired of it. I call the state police, they don't want to do nothing. It's not their concern. So I finally I'm going to start taking a stand, I guess.
Okay, Billy, we'll look into it.
Thank you, Ray. Oh, and by the way, I like your hat.
That was number 4?
Well, you really don't want me to keep going, do you, Terry?
All right, that's it. Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
You go so fast on that motorcycle, I don't know how you can tell.
I don't have a motorcycle
Oh,
anymore.
man, I can't believe that.
Wait till you see my new ride.
Yeah.
I bought a 19